Howdy, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see today, we are looking at the House of X Wolverine. This is such a badass figure. I am a big fan of the brown and tan suit. I'm sure a lot of other people are as well. There's no doubt about that. This is an awesome looking figure. You can see we have the old man head sculpt of the old man Logan head sculpt with the gray beard, and then we have this smiling head sculpt too. Really great claws on this. We've seen this body mold like on the X Factor Wolverine, and this is not a new mold, but the claws, the belt, and obviously these face sculpts are totally different than compared to the other Wolverines that we've gotten on this same body sculpt. But you can see here the packaging is really cool. You can see the House of X Wolverine logo right there, and on the back this was a part of the Build-A-Figure wave for the Tri-Setinel. You can see the other figures that came in the wave here. Go ahead and show you all the legalese for those of you that care about that, and the barcode and all that good stuff. If y'all want to pause that and read, check all that. Just simple, old school Marvel Legends. I believe this came out in like 2021 or something like that. 2020. Yep, 2021 right there. So, talking about a 4-year-old figure, but man, it just looks so good. You can see I actually do already own one right there that was gifted to me by my co-host of the Stone and Hyper Show, Hyperdrive Collections. And I found this one at my local comic shop for $32 for those of you that are into Wolverine. I know this figure is kind of pricey on the aftermarket, like $40 to $50, maybe even a little bit more than that now. I haven't checked lately. Need to check Action Figure 411 or something, but really stoked to have this figure. $32, seen it at my local comic shop. I had to snag it, man. So let me quit flapping my gums, get this thing open and check it out. Even though I already have this figure, but I wanted another one because my buddy sent me the old one over here, but he did not have the other head sculpt included. So I really like the old man Logan head sculpt with the gray beard underneath the cowl. I already like the brown and tan suit, so this was just an instant pickup for me, man. So here is Logan out the box, and I just wanted to show y'all this other head sculpt real quick. Let me grab my tweezers, and just real quick, this is probably the one that I'm going to end up displaying this one with, because I do have the other one with the smiling head sculpt, but this thing looks awesome, dude. Eyes look really great. Let me move my light real quick. I need to work on my lighting, but man, the eyes look terrific on this dude. The mask is very clean. There's no bleeds in the paint. I really like the color for the beard they have going on here. Looks really nice. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. The yellows and the tans look really good together. The browns, so you can see we have some nice. It almost looks like it's like you can see the seams where it was like different pieces of fabric stitched together. Looks really badass, but I just wanted to show you all that real quick. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. I know that's terrible. And then getting on to Wolverine here. Like I said, I do already own this figure, but it did not come with the old man Logan head sculpt. But I am just going to do a quick rundown of this. We do also have this. Like I said, this is an older body mold. This is on the couple other Wolverines, like the X-Force Wolverine, that black and gray with the red eyes. But we do have seen. Might need to loosen this up a little bit. He can tuck his chin all the way to his neck. He can look up a decent amount. Very nice. Not really a whole lot of side-to-side head tilt, but he can looking back and forth as well. 360-degree ranges at the shoulder. Butterfly joint that gets a lot of nice range of motion right there. You have a bicep swivel right here as well. Very nice. Double-jointed, pinned double joints. And with the sculpt of the bicep and the glove, it just kind of runs up into each other. So you're only going to get about 90 degrees out of that. We do have a vertical hinge here on the right hand and a horizontal hinges here on both the right and left hand. And I really like these claws that come on this figure. They just look really good. I like the thickness of them. It's got like a very nice gunmetal gray. It's got a nice sheen to it. They're smaller, but they're smaller than like the older vintage collection version, like the I'm trying to think. I can't remember if it's Toy Birds or not, but I just like the size of these claws. They look really nice, man. But then just moving on down, we do have the ab crunch, so he can look down about that far. He can come up a fair amount as well. We do have right swivel here at the waist. And something that I wish Marvel Legends would do is get rid of this ab cut hinge thingy and just do ball joint at the abdomen and then a ball joint at the waist. I feel like that would make the figure so much better, but it is what it is. We can kick that far forward, very far up. Got a nice little bit of range of motion of kickback too. Got some thigh swivel. Love the thigh swivel. Nice dumbbell ball joint here at the hips, and then more pinned double joints so you can get that calf to touch that hamstring no problem. Feet go down about not a whole lot. They also come up just a hair, just due to the sculpt. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm kind of loosening it up now. feet go down that far, and they come up about that far. So they can go a lot further down than they can up. We can get a full T position, I believe. Let's try to... This figure's been in the box for 4 years, but yeah, get a nice full T position here. Looks really nice. Get some decent range of motion, not a full split, but you can get some decent range of motion out of the legs here. So that's a rundown of the articulation. Really good feeling figure, moves very nicely, but let's get a closer look at the sculpt and all that cool stuff. So I showed y'all the Old Man Logan head sculpt. Let's take a look at the smiling head one, and it's pretty badass, man. Again, no bleeds. The eyes are done very nicely. The teeth, all the paint is on the white paint is on the teeth. It's not like bleeding over onto the lips or anything like that. Really good looking figure, man. Like I said, y'all can see like the seams and the fabric. Like it was different pieces of fabric stitched together. I really like that. See the different, not pleats, but like threads and stuff like that. But just a really good looking Wolverine, man. Obviously, the musculature is definitely there. Wolverine is jacked. Got some painted arm here, which I'm not a fan of. I don't really like the way that looks, but you gotta, if you're gonna have Wolverine, he's got to have arm hair. There's no doubt about it. And something that I think is also cool, and maybe I'll do a couple side-by-side comparisons before in the video, but it would be cool to kind of like see them paint in the brown, like here on the shoulder, so that way the skin can kind of ride down to the bicep. With this, it just kind of looks, it doesn't look bad by any means, but yeah, they got the belt right here. Got his obliques. Very nice looking figure, man. Love my thigh swivel. The boots are nicely done. And like I said, we've seen this body sculpt in the Marvel Legends before. This is the thing that's new on here is the claws, of course, updated, and then the belt, and then obviously the 2 head sculpts that we get with this figure. But yeah, it's a really good looking figure, dude. And I love, I know a lot of people do, but I really do dig the Brandon tan suit. But don't get it twisted. I love the yellow and blue tiger stripe as well. That's just classic, but really good looking figure, dude. Really badass. Moves very well. Classic Marvel Legends that you just can't go wrong with Wolverine, man. Awesome, awesome looking figure. So y'all can see here, I have a lot of different Wolverines here, but I'll just kind of run through and do a couple of side-by-side comparisons. So starting off with the other brown and tan. This is the same exact figure, but this is the other head sculpt, of course. But just starting off here, I will show these off. So these first 2 that I'm showing y'all, this is the same exact body, the same exact mold as this one, just slightly different claws and different head sculpts and different belt, as you can see, of course, as well. You can see how the claws, it's pretty much, it's close to the same. These are a little bit thicker and have a little bit more of a tapered look on the end. They're a little bit, here, I'll just show y'all real quick. You can see kind of the difference. It's not huge, but these are definitely a little more on the thinner side, which I think looks a little more sleek. I kind of prefer these claws. But so that is the, well, yeah. So that is the X Factor Wolverine right here, and this is the CT Toys, kind of like a Mafex knockoff. Not kinda. It is a knockoff of a Mafex Brandon tan suit Wolverine. But man, when I tell you something for $18, this is a pretty incredible figure right here. I love this, and the claws on it look absolutely fantastic. Very like nice silvery shine to it, very glistening. Looks great, and this figure moves tremendously, and the paint is awesome as well. And like I was telling you earlier, you see how this one, the paint is like, it ends on his shoulders. I just kind of like the way that looks a little bit more, but I do dig that. So this is the CT Toys and X Factor Wolverine. And then moving on, we do have the Astonishing X-Men. The Astonishing Wolverine, not X-Men, but, I mean, yes, X-Men, but Astonishing Wolverine, which I really love this. Very similar to, and reminiscent to, the shorter eared cow, like when he first premiered in the Hulk comic. And right here is another one of my favorites, the X-Men 97 Wolverine. This is such a, I loved X-Men 97, and that show came back out in March of last year of 2024. And just really made me remember how much I love X-Men and the Mutants. That was really me and my brother's favorite side of Marvel, more than like, obviously the cosmic galactic level threats is cool too, but I mean, X-Men was virtually on that level as well, but there was also some like street level groundedness to X-Men, like the Mutants as well, you know. But the X-Men 97, very toothpick claws, but it pulls it off. For the look of the animated show, I really do like it. But you can see here how much more saturated the blues and yellows are on the Astonishing X-Men, where on the X-Men 97, it's a little bit more of like a muted, kind of like weird, like slightly off blue and yellow, but still love the way it looks. It looks great, dude. I love the longer ears on the cowl. Just a classic Tiger Stripe Wolverine look, man. So those are those two. Next up, I will show you the last two we have here. And this figure's from 2016. This one here. And I forget what this Wolverine came with. I can't remember what packaging or what. So I'm not sure. I know it's Marvel Legends, but I really do like this figure. It was all gifted to me by my buddy Hyperdrive Collections. Very cool. Just like I said, iconic blue and yellow Tiger Stripe Wolverine. You really cannot go wrong. And then here on the right, obviously, as you can see, is the Deadpool and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Really like the way that the cowl looks. It's a little weird in the movie, but I feel like for live action, it kind of works. But yeah, you just can't beat the animated look, dude. But those are all the Wolverines that I have in my collection. A little quick side-by-side comparisons to show y'all. Well, y'all, that is going to wrap up my review for this figure. Again, for a 4-year-old figure, I know this is an older Wolverine mold. We still have pins in the elbows and the knees. But I still love the way this figure looks. It moves really decent, man. You're going to get a lot of cool poses out of this figure. It's just going to do what you want a Wolverine figure to do for the most part. But that being said, y'all, I really hope you enjoyed this review. Please smack that motherfucking like button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Also consider becoming a part of Clan Stone, my channel membership. I have a couple of different tiers that I offer, but it's not necessary at all. Just by liking, watching, commenting, subscribing, all that good YouTube stuff, I'm more than grateful enough for all of that alone. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you all enjoy this review. Check out some other content. I hope you're all having a great dinner whenever you're watching this. May the force be with you.